Hello paper crafters, it's Olga. The card I am presenting today is a multi-layered one. Nevertheless, it's quite mailing friendly. It is also easy to make, although it looks very complicated, but that's because of the unique designs of the dies that I'm going to use. Let's get started with the tutorial and I'll show you exactly how it was made. To create a background, I'm going to use a set of layering dies by Birch press design called Waves. Each die can be used on its own, or you can layer them by sticking the die cuts one on top of another to create a unique swirl pattern. Although the set is called Waves, I believe it can be many more other things. When I first saw this die set, it instantly reminded me of this picture where the air is painted in swirls. There's another picture by Van Gogh that I really love, and look, I happen to have a church die too. So my project is inspired by those two pictures and those two die sets. Now let the die cutting begin. Sometimes the dies as big and as intricate as these can be quite difficult to cut through. That's why I'm using metal adapter plate by Memory Box. It enhances the pressure in the machine and the result is much clearer cut. I'm running the die through the machine a couple of times and the result is it is completely cut through. Now I just have to remove all the negative pieces. If you are interested in the supplies that I am using, I have them listed in the description of this video as well as on my blog, and I also have the links to online stores. I have die cut the remaining two layers out of light and dark gray paper. Those two also have stitched details on them. The card base I'm using is also by Birch press design. It's a Licorice note card. To assemble the background, I'm going to stick the bottom layer or the layer C first. The size of each layer is exactly 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches and they are meant to cover up the entire card front of an A2 card. I'm using multimedia matte for adhering and I'm holding the die cuts down with an acrylic block to make them stick better. Then I'm attaching the next layer cut out of light gray cardstock. At this point I seriously thought to leave this background as it is because I really like the stitched details, but finally I decided to add the top layer and I'm so glad I did. This metal outline really creates a lot of texture and it adds to the modern look of this card. The cardstock I used for the top layer is silver mirror cardstock. For my focal image I'll be using Simple Church die set, also by Birch press design. I have used black cardstock for the building and silver mirror cardstock for smaller details. I have also cut the background out of light gray paper with the scissors. You see that I also left small tabs at the top of the building to stick the roof more easily, although it's not necessary. Now, using the liquid glue in a needle applicator bottle, I'm applying the adhesive inside the window outlines. Then I'm attaching all the small silver details. I have used the two largest die from Circle Basics die set by Memory Box to cut out this big circle out of vellum, as well as the thin silver frame. This die set has great advantage for those who love modern design, because it allows you to cut out frames as thin as 1/8 of an inch. So I have attached the border to the circle, and now I'm ready to add it to the card. Now I'm trying to find the best position for this circle, and then I'm going to make some marks with a pencil to know exactly where I should trim that circle frame. I'm placing this vellum circle into the guillotine trimmer, and I'm aligning the pencil marks with the edge of the blade. I'm applying some double-sided tape behind the church building die cut, and then I'm going to stick it to the corner of this trimmed circle frame. Then I'm flipping over the frame and applying adhesive only behind the church again. I'm also going to add some liquid glue only around the circle outline. This way, no adhesive is going to show through the vellum. I'm aligning the corner of the circle frame with the inner corner of a rectangle frame and sticking it down. I have also decided to add a pearl braid with a silver rim, but because my frame is already attached, I had to remove the legs using the jewelry cutters, and then I'm going to stick down this braid with a hot glue gun. This pretty much finishes the project for today, and this is the end result. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial and got inspired. See you again soon. Bye!